Hello guys, yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are just coming across this channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you get to see the video. In today's class, I will be teaching you how to make a simple gown like this. If you are interested, keep on watching to the end, and don't forget to like and comment, share as well. Thank you so much, and let's get started. Welcome back guys. So these are the materials I will be using for today's class. So as you can see now, I have my tape roll. I also have my rulers, straight and curved rulers. I have my scissors, I have my chalk, and of course I have the fabric I will be using to draft. So now first thing, I will go ahead to fold my fabric into four. So guys, as you can see, I folded my fabric into four, and I went ahead to rule a starting line, and this is the starting line. From the starting line, I'm going to mark my chest line. Okay, so from the chest line, I'll go over to the waistline, which is 16 inches for my waistline, and after the waistline I will come over 24 inches for my hip line. This is my hip line, and after the hip line I will take the full length of the gown. Now I'm going to take all this line as a straight line, just like this, using my straight ruler to connect all the dots together to mark my straight line like this. So after ruling all the line, this is how it is. So the next thing we are going to take now is the shoulder measurement. So I'm going to divide my shoulder measurement into two. After dividing into two, I'm going to mark what I have. Actually, the shoulder measurement I'm working with is 16, so I divide into two. I will have 8 inches. So I'll come to the chest line here and also mark 8 inches here, and I'm going to connect the two lines together as a straight line using my straight ruler like this. So after that, now the next step is to take the neck width. The neck width I'm working with is 3 inches, and for the neck width of the back we are working with is 1 inches. So we are going to cut out the back first before cutting out the front. Note that the back and the front is the same, like there will not be a zip at the back. Okay, so the back and the front is on fold. So after that, now the next step we are going to take now is to take the shoulder slope. So I will be using 1 inches for my shoulder slope like this, and I will go ahead to connect my shoulder slope just like this. Please take note that when you divide your chest line, your bust measurement divided by 6, add 1.5 inches to it to have your chest line. Then you will add this 1 inches to it to whatsoever you have as your chest line after calculating it, so that when you remove it, it will have your accurate chest line. Hope you understand. So after that, now I just marked my accurate chest line and I divided it into two, and to have my midpoint. Then from that midpoint I come in by half an inch. So that's half an inch. I just come in by half an inch like so. So the next step now is to just come to the chest line, divide your bust measurement by 4, and mark what you have there at the chest line here. So after marking, I'm going to add ease allowance and sewing allowance. Okay, so before we add our ease and sewing allowance, I'm just going to connect the armhole first. So this is me just trying to connect the back armhole. Remember that the back armhole, it will not come in. It's only the front armhole that you will come in by half an inch. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So the back armhole, from the midpoint, you just connect it straight to the bust measurement. But for the front armhole, you will just connect, you take half inch in and connect it. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So now after that, I'm just going to add 1 inches for ease and 1 inches for seam allowance. Okay, it's actually a free gown. So coming to the waist measurement, I'm going to divide my waist measurement into 4. Then after dividing my waist measurement into 4, I'm going to place whatsoever I have there, and I will mark it like this, then add my ease allowance and also my sewing allowance. Okay, so after that guys, I'm just going to come to the hip measurement, which is the hip line. I will do the same thing, divide my hip measurement, divide by 4, add my ease and my seam allowance. So for the down part, I'm just going to copy what I have or at the hip, like the hip divided by 4 plus ease and allowance. I'm just going to copy everything here for the hem part. I'm still going to add my ease and allowance. So since this line is an A line, you can see whatsoever I have in the hip, I put it at the hem part. Since it's an A line, I'm going to add some inches to it. So for this purpose, I added about 5 inches to it. But if you don't want your A line to be too wide, you can use 3 inches, you can use 2 inches. But if you want your A line to be wide, you can use 5 inches, just the way I did mine. But if you don't want it to be too wide, you can use 2 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to connect it like this. After connect, I'm just going to slant it from the waist down to the length. I'm just going to slant it like this. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Just go ahead to slant it this way. So you can see the A line there. So for this down part, I don't want it to be sharp, I don't want to leave it like this. So I will just go ahead to come up by 1.5 inches, and I will curve it like so. So guys, that is it for the drafting of this gown. I will just go ahead to cut it out, but we cut out the back measure, we will cut out the back armhole first before recutting the front. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So I'll just go ahead to cut. So guys, after cutting, the next thing we're going to do is to open up the fabric and take out the back. Okay, we are going to take out the back like this and refold the front so that we can cut our front armhole. So this is me just trying to retrieve my armhole. So guys, the next step we are going to take is to come to the hem part, mark 1.5 inches. So I'm still going to mark it 1.5 inches, just the way you see me marking. I will come to the shoulder line like this. I will mark how deep I want my neckline for the front to be. So I marked 7 inches, but I later increased it. I later increased it to 9 inches. Okay, so I now mark it. I just mark my 1.5 and I end it at this part here. So I'm going to use my straight ruler to connect all the dots that you see me just connecting. So I'll just connect it all the way down. So guys, I'll just roll it down like so. And if you have watched it up to this very moment, you have not subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you get to see the video. Please like this video and share it. Thank you very much. So now I'm just going to highlight it so that you can see the line properly. Okay, so the next step is to extend this line to the neck width like this. So guys, after extending, we are just going to follow this line and cut it out. So guys, after cutting, this is how it is. I'm just going to open the back like this and bring out the front. So the front, we now have two parts for the front. Okay, we have two parts for the front. So this is how it will be after joining our shoulder. Okay, so this is how it will be after joining our shoulder. You can see the space at the front part like so. So now the next step now is just turn the back to the right side like this and use the front right side to face the back right side and go ahead to join the shoulder by half an inch and do the same thing to the other side. So guys, I've done sewing the shoulder with half an inch and this is how it looks like. So now the next step now is just to take the midpoint of the back. Okay, I'm just going to fold it this way and I'm going to notch the midpoint like this. So guys, after notching, the next step is to use my tape to measure what I have from the edge from the edge to the knot part. So I've measured from the edge, which is for the hem, to the notch part of the back. Okay, you can as well just measure it all round, but after taking the after measuring it from the hem to the notch part, times it times two. Okay, the number that you will have, times it by two. Okay, so now for I have a long strip here, and the long strip, remember we remove 1.5 for the front, so I added half an inch, making it 2 inches here, and half an inch for seam allowance, 1.5 for the half, 1.5 that we cut out for the front. So and is on fold as well. So for the longness is the measurement I took, I times it by 2. Okay, so just go ahead to do the same thing like so. As you can see, I added extra to it. So the measurement I have 43 inches, then I added some inches extra to it. Okay, so now the next step we are going to do is to take the front. Okay, the front, I remember I said I mark 7 inches, then I'm going to mark from the back, which is from the midpoint that we notched down to where I wanted my sleeve, like my my depth, neck depth line will be. Hope you understand. So after taking the measurements, I'm just going to open it up like this. Remember I said it's on fold and it's 2 inches. Okay, by the time I open it up, it will be 4 inches. Okay, so the next step is to look for the midpoint. I'm just going to look for the midpoint, okay, and I'm just going to take my scissors to notch this part like so. So after notching this part, I'm just going to open it up like this and make the right side facing the right side, okay. Just take the right side facing the right side. Ensure that it's the part that you notched that you will open. Okay, you can see the notch part. I'm just going to open it up like so, and just that at that notch part I'm going to fold it like so, and the right side of the fabric meeting the right side of the fabric at the down part. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to take the neck width, both the front and the back. Remember that the cape is from the back to the front, okay. You can see that I've already ironed it and I have a mark at the center, okay. I have a mark at the center, and from there now, so this let's assume I'm just trying to correspond, trying to let you know the measurement. So from the notch part, I come down by 11 inches. After taking the round from the back, measuring from the back to the front. Hope you understand. So from the back notch part to the front neck depth. So everything I have 11 inches. So from this 11 inches, I'm going to mark 2 inches, 2 inches. Remember, uh, every is 4 inches, so I divided it by 2, so I'm going to mark 2 inches down, and I'm going to sew it according to the midpoint, okay. I'm just going to sew it according to the midpoint like this. So guys, you can see I've already sewed it, and you can see the black rope inside. I've already sewed the midpoint like so, okay. So the next thing we're going to do is just to wrong side meeting wrong side like this. Just open it like this, wrong side meeting wrong side at the top, and wrong side meeting wrong side at the down parts. Hope you understand. Just align the wrong side meeting wrong side, okay, and this will be just wrong side meeting wrong side like this, okay. So this will be for the neck region, and you can see the other side. Just open it up like so, and this is how to go about this neck. If you are liking this video, if this video is helpful, please just hit on the subscribe button. If you have not subscribed, like this video and share, okay. Thank you. So you can see that I have midpoints here. This midpoint is just like a guide for us. So I'm just going to take it to my ironing table and press it with hot iron so that it will relax very well. So guys, you can see I've pressed it with my iron, and you can see that it's relaxing well now. So the next step we're going to do now is to attach it to the dress, okay. So now I've bring out the dress and the notch part at the middle. I'm going to align it with the notch part of the cape. So for the midpoint, I will align it to the midpoint of the dress. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So after that, I'm just going to pin it along the line. Just go ahead to follow the line and pin it down, and just continue to be pinning it like so. So after pinning to the end like so, I'm going to sew it and do the same thing to the other side, and I'm still going to pin the other side. You see, I will flip it to the other side and I'm going to sew it as well. So you can see I'll flip it to the other side and I'm still going to pin it accordingly to the line, just the way we do the first one. So I'm just going to pin it. After pinning, we are going to sew. So after sewing, this is how it is. You can see, and I've give it a good press. You can see the now the next thing is to come to the end part like this and cut out the excess. So guys, that is that. So the next thing we are going to do is for the sleeve, just to insert our sleeve. So guys, I've attached my sleeve to it and this is how it is. So I did the same thing to the other side as well. I pieced in my sleeve and I've went ahead to hem the sleeve hem. So the next step now is to turn the back at the front to the right side, meeting right side to join the side. Okay, so like I said before, I hem sleeve the sleeve at the end part. Okay, and this is how it looks like. Now the next step is to come to the edge part and fold it twice at the edge part, so to hem the down part. Okay, now after that, now the next thing is to come to the waistline. Okay, come to the waistline at the wrong side. Okay, the wrong, not the right side, the wrong side. So for the waist length, which is for the waist length like this, I'm going to roll it like this. Okay, so from that shop there, I will come up from that shop by 2 inches and come down by 1.5 inches. Okay, you can see how I shock it. So the next thing I will do the same thing to the other side. Okay, and I've already cut out a strap of 1.5 inches like so. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to fold it into two like this. Just fold it and sew it as a strap. Okay, let me quickly do that and show you how it is. So guys, this is it after stitching it, and it's a very long strap. What I'm going to do is to measure 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches, and I'm going to cut. I will use this one to cut out the rest. Like I need 6 of it, 3 at this right side, 3 at the left side. Altogether is 6. So I'm going to just use the first one to trace out the remaining ones. So guys, after cutting my strap, how will I call it, I don't know. So I'm going to put 3 at the right side like I said before, and 3 before we'll fold it like this. Okay, I'm going to fold it like this and place it at the right side, not the wrong side. Okay, I'm going to place this folding like this at the right side like this. Okay, hope you fold it very well, and I'm going to place it at the right side. I'm going to pin it down. I'm just going to pin it down, and I will mark the waist, which is the waist part there, and I'm going to pin it down, which is the part that we draw. We make a stitch, a line on. I don't know if you understand. The male waist. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. The male waist. Then I'm going to pin it down and coming to the part that we come up by 2 inches. So I'm going to fold it and place it and pin it too. So after doing all this, you just do the same thing to the other side of the gown. So do the same to the other side. So guys, I first of all stitch it on top of the fabric before I'm going to join the back and the front together. So I've already stitched it like I said. Just going to place it inside, okay, not outside like this. Just place it inside like so. Then I'm going to use the back to cover it up, and after covering it up, I'm going to use 1 inches to join it down. Remember we had 1 inches for seam allowance. I'm just going to use 1 inches to join it down. And this is how it looks like after joining. You can see the hole there, and you can see how sharp the A line is. So this is the sleeve. So I'm going to turn it over to just place it for you so that you get the understanding. This is the rope to use to lace it. So guys, we are just going to lace it this way. So that is it guys. I'll just quickly go take it to my sewing ironing table, give it a very good press, then let me wear my mannequin and let's see the result of this dress we just made. Let's see the final look. And here is the final look of the gown we just made. If you like this video, please give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Thank you, share. Thank you so much. Bye. See you in my next one.